Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Banner Saga. We are following along with our team of Hakon and Luden and the rest of them, making our way to a fort that apparently the dredge are pouring out of. We've just had another one of those war events where we won quite successfully, decided to push on to the second fight and succeeded. 2 people got injured. But we did finally get to see the reward for winning the second battle, and it was just getting an item, which nice but not critical, and costing us 3 days of rest. I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. But we've done our rest, and now we continue on. We're almost to this Godstone, which I suspect there will be an event at. And so there is. The caravan stops, a Godstone looming overhead, for a short rest. The warriors are glad for it, and the stone gives you an ancient sense of being watched over in a comforting way. Didn't help the bodies underneath it, though. The earth at the base of the Godstone is scarred, like a struggle occurred. Merchants, no dredge. Encircling Denglr are a variety of goods. A barrel of mead, who knows how old, loose silver, a statue made of soapstone, offerings to a dead god. Leave the offerings, but check for the merchant's brother. Right, I think a while ago we ran into some merchants, and they said they had family at the Godstone. I don't think looting from, even though the gods are apparently dead, looting offerings to the gods feels like bad. I don't know. Let's check for the merchant's brother, see if we can find him. In the midst of the pile of bodies, a glitter catches your eye. You fish a gold necklace out from a jerkin and find 5 golden rings strung on it. The merchant's brother. Guess he didn't make it, you mutter. Take the necklace with intent to return it. Take the necklace for yourself or leave. We'll take the necklace with the intent to return it, if we get the opportunity. You toss the necklace to Mogir and tell him to hang on to it. If anyone can be trusted, it's him. Don't know what made them think the Godstone be safe, Mogir grunts. If we're completely exposed up here, he says, if we're going to rest, I think we ought to do it a little farther away. Let's examine the Godstone first. Denglr was always one of the favorites amongst men, god of good fortune. They believed he brought luck, wealth, or whatever else you wish you had, but couldn't get on your own. The word fortune has a lot of meanings. Eventually, you move on. Godstone Denglr. Still have quite a few supplies, which is good. Hopefully that lasts. In the distance, you see smoke rising from the trees. Dredge aren't known for setting fires, says Mogir, but it does get their attention. We'd use fires like that to lead them along in the Great Wars. Yeah, but they wised up to that after a while, interjects another warrior. Or it could be someone trying to get our attention, claims Fessold. The other group from Schlid were sent this way. No matter how you look at it, investigating will cost time. Not worth the risk, keep moving. Send some Varl to take a look or check it out ourselves. Let's send some of the Varl to take a look. We don't need to personally be scouting, but it is worth looking into, so we'll send some Varl to take a look. Mogir, send a few warriors to look, you say. They disappear over the hill, and you keep a steady pace while you wait for them to return. They don't reappear well past the time it should have taken. Huh, so we send a handful of scouts, and they don't come back. Do we head in ourselves, or do we just accept them for dead and keep moving? I think we need to go ourselves, ready for a fight, find out what happened to them. We have plenty of Varl. Even if it's another one of those all-out battles, we should be able to handle it. Go yourself, ready for a fight. You take Mogr and a dozen warriors with you. Okay, so we're not taking an army. You shuffle past dozens of dead slag and Varl before the clearing opens. Hundreds of Varl sit near a fire, including those you sent to investigate. One puffs on a pipe. Wait, so we sent scouts with a specific deadline of you must return by now, because it said they weren't back by the deadline. And they just chose to sit down and smoke rather than coming back for the deadline? Hey, Khan, he greets you. Your warrior said you wouldn't leave them. He explains they had come from Schlid and were surrounded, then lit a fire when they spotted you. Sorry you had to miss the fight, he grins, as his warriors join your caravan. Okay. Bunch more Varl. Some more supplies, but less supplies per day. Or less days of supplies. Or comes to you privately. I've seen some of the warriors disappearing, he says. At first, thought it was my imagination. Now I'm certain several have just gone missing. Mostly men, but some Varl too. Can't quite figure it. If it's abandonment, you can't let it stand. Have Mogr question the ones who have returned. The man answers personally. Make an example of a few. Ask Ludin if he knows anything about this. Or have Mogr watch and follow anyone else. I'll have Mogr question the ones who have returned. Because anyone who's left and come back hopefully knows more about what is going on. Ludin might. Ludin's a bit of an odd wild card to us. I don't really know exactly what his motivations are. And there is the question of, did he kill Vognir or be involved in Vognir's death? But I don't think making an example without knowing what's going on makes any sense. So Mogr, question the ones who have returned. I couldn't get a straight answer out of them, he says on return. And others denied it outright. I can't question the humans directly, but I'll be damned if Ludin doesn't have something to do with this. Then we'll speak with Ludin. I ordered it, says Ludin when you confront him. I sent my men to bring back gold from the cart he left behind. If you have a problem with your warriors joining them, maybe you should keep them under control. Threaten him if he doesn't stop, demand he turn over the loot. Insist he explain his actions, or pummel him in his stupid face. Explain his actions. The idea that we've moved on and he's still sending people regularly to go collect gold. And they have the time to pick up gold in return? How slow are we moving? This gold is not light. Explain his actions. You left a pile of gold at the bottom of a hill, says Ludin. What are the chances it'll still be there months from now? The only reason we aren't each carrying a share is because you don't trust us. I'm not going to threaten him to stop. Man, this is just building more aggression between us and Ludin. There's no right answers here. Either threatening him, which doesn't... The point is he was going to this location with Vognir in the hopes of forming something of an alliance. Now Vognir's dead, and so he's supposed to be forming his alliance with us. Hakon. And yet all of these events are just driving a bigger wedge, and it's like, I'm trying to figure out how I can mend that. But threatening him or demanding he turn over the loot, it's like, where's the option for thank him and say, I didn't think we had the time, but if your people can pull it off, awesome. Glad to have some of the treasure back. That's not an option. Demand he turn over the loot, which he's going to hate because he's sending his people, risking their lives to get the loot, and then me just saying, thanks for getting it back, it's mine now. But threatening him also feels bad, so demand in a hopefully kind and asking friendly way. Did he turn over the loot? No, he says unflinchingly. Mugger pulls you aside. He has no claim to the gold, but he takes no orders from us either. Like it or not, he's an equal. They'll repay us when this is over, and you'll look the better for it. Luden folds his arm. We'll back down. I didn't like that we had to make the push anyway, so we'll back down. Hopefully it's a start towards trying to get better relations. Back down. You leave no doubt in Luden's mind that another stunt like this won't end peacefully. He shrugs indifferently. Yeah. I don't know. Things with Luden are weird. Your warriors demand a break. We just barely got to neutral. But okay. You halt the caravan with a sigh, but in all honesty, you're starting to feel the altitude and weariness yourself. Mugger leans on a fallen tree, fiddling with a crust of bread. Getting colder, he says, staring into the distance. You can see Ridgehorn just start to peek around the mountains. A flock of ravens float across the clear sky towards the fort. We should follow those birds. Why? That's the plan, isn't it? Or are you okay? I mean, if it was already the plan, why would he say it? Are you okay? I think I'm more curious about that. Like, is there something up with him? Are you okay? Without another word, Mugger starts running toward the birds and tumbles over the cliff. Suddenly, he's gliding through the air, flapping his arms for all they're worth. He swoops towards Ridgehorn before bursting into flames and plummeting into the tower, which crumbles like a log from a smoldering campfire. Are we drugged? Pretty sure Mugger can't fly and turn into fire. You think you've lost your mind. Then you wake up. You don't remember setting up camp or falling asleep in front of crackling logs. What is going on? You mutter. Mugger approaches you at the campfire. Hakon, did you see? He starts. Yeah. You both agree to keep it to yourselves. What? So we both saw him fly like a bird and then turn into fire? Alright, we will rest for a time. Get some morale back up. There we go. Great morale. Let's move on. I'm sure you've seen them, Mugger says, but we're being followed. Dredge have been on our asses since we left the Godstone. Lots of them. I'm sure there's plenty in front of us, too. But we're just half a day out from thick woods. We might lose them there. No stop and get everyone ready for a fight. We'll lose them or good more slags to kill. I don't really like the idea of potentially going to a fort that's going to be full of dredge, as we've been told, with an army of dredge behind us. Do we try and lose them in the woods? I don't know how effective that is. I'd say stop, get everyone ready for a fight. We've done these big battles before. We can do it again. Hopefully we don't get anyone injured this time. Stop and get everyone ready for a fight. Okay, says Mugger. All ready the warriors. Careful, Hakon. This isn't the time to start taking risks. I think leaving the enemy around is a risk. 981 of them. You have 175 fighters and 986 Varl at your side. Yeah, nervous glances amidst the enemy ranks. We're going to do formations again because that seems to be our best choice. Give the order. I think this team's pretty good. I need to get more kills with Fasolt. But because he's so defensive focused, that's hard. The fact that leveling up is based entirely on kills is rough, because some characters aren't designed to kill. And then those that are designed to kill just rank up levels like crazy. But yeah, team's fine. Ready for battle. Okay, so they are all gathered down here. That's unusual. Let's move you back. Put you here. So we've got one of these guys that can summon more. Defender guy. Grunt, 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 and grunt. So none of the slingers. Thinking something like that. So we've got our defender here. No, our other break guy. So our break guy's on the ends. Defender in the center. You for damage after the breakers have broken. Same with you two. Something like that seems fine. We'll see how it goes. You can actually get forward enough to get some break in. Here. And I'll have you start the break there. Or can you make it? Alright. If he wasn't there, maybe you'd be able to make it over to the side. Send you here. Now you... Wish I could turn the map, but obviously I can't. Can I get you to a location where you can actually join the fight? Answer seems to be no. And I don't want to block his path. So I might just move you here and have you pause. Not great, but it is what it is. Okay, now you can get in. You will have to spend a willpower, but you can get over here. There you go. Okay. No, I think we send you here. Have you attack this one. Get some damage in. That's scary. I mean, you could technically help out here, but not much. No one else needs willpower yet. In worst case, you're able to draw some of their attacks, which isn't nothing. You've got 9 armor. That 18 strength is so bad. Might as well get some break in. If I leave you here, you're gonna take hits and fall from him. So I think I back you up out of here. While you still have some strength left. Bring the pain. I can't do bring the pain without an enemy nearby. Okay, just end your turn. Yikes. Your ability, Sundering Impact. Yeah, let's see what that can do. Got a kill. Okay, you need to get out of there now. And you can't make it over to this guy. Once again, you aren't able to do anything. This defender guy, because everyone else is in your way. Too many of my guys are getting too injured. I was hoping that I could get him over here to do some real damage, but I just can't. You're gonna be next, but yeah. You can't get anywhere near anyone. I think I'm gonna just send you here, I guess. You can't target him with malice or attack him. Alright, sure. End your turn. Oh, Hakon's down. Man, mistakes are being made. So, you could kill either of them. I mean, you can kill basically anyone you can get to. But I think I need to focus on the ones with most strength, because they're the biggest danger. Let's move you forward. And have you... Oh, Tempest, right. Forgot that you have that. Going clockwise from target. I think that's what I was missing. So if I target you... He's gonna hit all of them. All right. You're getting too far down in strength. If I put you here... No, you'd have a % chance to hit. Wish it showed that there. It shows the 1 damage, but it's not a real 1 damage because his chance to hit is going to be garbage. So instead, let's send you here. Because yeah, if we attack, it's 20% chance to hit. So it's like, oh yeah, you'll totally do 1 damage, but we really won't. Let's impale. It's 1 damage there. Oh, I didn't think you would walk away. And his turn is after all of us. That is wonderful. Yeah, just start doing some damage. Yeah, I don't need you in this fight. You would be nice if I could give you the kill, but it's not going to happen. And we could go for a bit more break, make it easier when it gets to his turn to get the kill. It's not going to be quite a kill, actually. Looks like Luden gets to grab the kill. I don't know if that helps our chances. Might as well try it. Yeah, and we're definitely not doing the second fight. Take a moment to survey the battlefield. The enemy is being pushed back all the way down the line. We are going to just pull back before they regroup. Yeah, we lost some fighters and some Varl. Gained some renown. I need to make camp because we had another person drop, as always. 3 more days. We can start leveling up these people. 35 renown is feeling pretty good. So Luden, let's promote you for 15. We've got 2 points to spend. I think more armor and more strength feels fine. Gunnulf is going to cost 20 to promote, which gets rid of all of our renown, and I don't want to get back to 0 again. So I'm fine leaving you unpromoted. We'll rest for 3 days again. Which I hate. But it is what it is. Morale's great. Supplies are slowly getting lower. Deep inside the woods, you get the distinct sense the dredge are more or less surrounded you, and in great numbers. Their dark shapes create unsettling patterns as they slide between trees in every direction. At least it's not as bad as it could have been if you hadn't taken out a good portion of them already, you think to yourself. You call Moger around. Any ideas, Moger? We're gonna wait them out. Get the others ready for a fight. Any ideas, Moger? Yeah, pray to whatever god you like. There's more of them waiting on the other side of the woods than we've seen so far. We may be seriously outnumbered, especially if we wait. Yrsa appears unexpectedly. What if, she says, patting her arrows knowingly, you could set part of the woods on fire to draw their attention while you escape, or try to draw them into a trap. Was this your idea, you ask? She shrugs innocently. Fight your way out as usual. Wait and see if they disperse is what Moger specifically said not to do. Create a forest fire as a distraction, draw them into the woods and set them on fire. Lure them into the woods without the fire. Let's draw them into the woods and set them on fire. That feels like the best way to take them out. Surely they can't survive being inside of a forest fire. Hopefully it doesn't kill any of us with an out-of-control forest fire. But setting them on fire feels the best way to thin out large numbers. You create a line of shield bangers and unleash volleys of arrows in their direction, luring frustrated swaths of them into the trees. At your command, Yrsa flings flaming arrows into key locations. The trees erupt and fire spreads quickly. Many fall immediately, but the Varls start to lose their nerve. Oh, I forgot that Varl hate fire. Or weak to fire or something. Soon the caravan is in disarray, some fighting, others fleeing from the growing inferno. Yrsa has vanished. Luden rushes past in a state of terror. You break from trees, hoping to regroup. And we lost 35 Varl. Where's Yrsa? Behind you, Varl are following your lead, though not as many as you had hoped. The dredge, distracted by the fire, have thankfully not yet noticed your escape. Isn't she with you? Did you make her do it? Where is she? I didn't make her do anything. It was her idea. Luden stares into the flames, face blank. He's trying hard not to show what this means to him. A miserable moment lingers. We've got to get out of here, Hakon. We bought minutes at most. We don't know if she's gone anyway. Maybe she'll catch up to us. Ogre gathers the others. Someone drags Luden along against his will, but you hear no outburst or insults. It's almost worse that way. Is she really gone? Did we lose her? I can't imagine that. She seems extremely capable, and so I would be shocked if she just disappeared sort of off screen. Or got herself killed in her own fire. I'm expecting that she'll catch up. But I guess this is what happens when we went to a location that we were specifically warned was full of dredge. Dredge are pouring out of there, and we approached, and shockingly, there's tons of dredge in the area. I think that's a dredge. Something up front here. Might be a person slumped over the wall or rocks. Yeah, there are dredge bodies all over the area. What is this mess about? Looks like a full-scale battle happened, and recently. But only dredge bodies remain. Maybe we'll see something from the tower. However, I'll search the buildings and make sure there's no dredge waiting to spring on us. On it. And don't set up camp or make a fire. We'll take a look and then get out of here before anything else goes wrong. You mean more wrong? So is Yrsa actually gone? My guess is yes. Yeah. Huh. She's got... They couldn't have killed her off there. Particularly the idea that she was unable to control her own arrows sufficiently. When her whole shtick is being good with fire arrows. That feels wrong to me. Well, I guess let's explore the tower. Or we're barely over the usual episode time, so maybe we leave that for next episode to head into the tower and see what all is going on. And hopefully Yrsa will catch up with us, because I'm still not believing that she's dead. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.